Here we go, part 2 of my Dragon Ball Super review. This time we're talking about the Tournament of Power and what I'd like to see happen in the future. So, right now the Tournament of Power is just about to start in America as I'm posting this, and I have to say this is a good arc, and there's just a few things that I'm not really a fan of. So, first of all, to the manga, it's very, very rushed. It seemed like, I don't know if it was the editor or the person in charge, Torotaru, if he just said, I had to get this ready because Broly's coming out, I have to finish, or if it was the editor, or maybe the magazine, people in charge of the magazine themselves, saying, you gotta get this out, gotta be ready for Broly, and so there's like one chapter where a bunch of universes just get eliminated one after the other, and then it's like, wow, that meant nothing. And the anime, thankfully, it has a long time to deal with these sort of things, and it does take its time to really eliminate universes, although there is one thing that I think they should not have taken so much time on, and that's a certain character, and I'll get to that character later, or a couple of characters. And I did like the idea of having a team working together. However, I was not a fan of bringing Frieza back for the fourth time. And when I heard it was like, oh, they're bringing back Frieza, I was like, oh man, again? Didn't we learn from the last time from Resurrection of F? I mean, that story sucked. But thankfully they do a better job of it, and they do an okay job of integrating Frieza into the story. But I would have liked to have seen Majin Buu, or Fat Buu, or whatever you want to call him, actually part of the story, because he's part of the exhibition match in the anime. There's a very different take in the manga, but I like they showed Buu in the I guess the exhibition match, and yeah, cool, we can maybe see some more of him in the actual tournament. But nope, he falls asleep, and then it's like, oh, come on. That felt like a bit like a bait and switch. I was not a fan of that. And I did like the fact that Frieza saying, if you want my help, you gotta resurrect me. I'm not just gonna do this out of the goodness of my heart. I don't have one. And I did like some of the fight sequences. There are some really good fight sequences in the Tournament of Power. Yes, there's some reused animation quite a bit at some point, but I think later on in the arc, it gets a lot better. The animation, you can tell they took a little bit more time with it, and so it feels a lot better. It feels like, okay, now they're getting serious with it, and it's a lot better. It looks a lot better, I should say. And as far as the main antagonist, I like him better in the manga. He has a better backstory for why he's participating, and he a better character. Even if it is rushed, it still feels better than what we got in the anime. And that one, I think, is even more rushed because they have so many episodes they could have done to tell the story of this antagonist, Jiren. Why weren't you spending time with him, or with Top, or Topo as they call him in Japan? And like, why are you spending so much time away from these characters when we should be focusing on them? You're focusing so much on these other characters that maybe they shouldn't be. And the one character that they spent way too much time on was just annoyed the crap out of me. And I'm not the only one. She annoyed a lot of people. Is Birion from Universe 2, this Sailor Moon parody. And I never watched Sailor Moon, as you probably know. It's like I don't care, and it's not that interesting. This character kind of sucks, and she takes way too much time from this story, and it's like, come on, why are you focusing on this? Why is she getting so much screen time? Why aren't we doing anything with Topo, or Jiren, or any of the Universe 6 Saiyans? They introduced two more Universe 6 Saiyans. One of them I liked, one of them I hated. And I'll get to them in a second. But there's way too much time, especially when Universe 2 gets eliminated. I was happy they got eliminated, and I was like, oh, thank you. Just erased them, like, boom, just be done over with. But they get a freaking send off. Like, oh, come on, I don't care. I don't like any of these characters in this universe. Can we never go back? Can they never come back? But it's too much time on that universe when they should have been focusing more on Universe 11, those characters, and Universe 6. The Universe 3, the other universes, they had enough character focus so that you at least were wanting to see them get eliminated, especially Universe 9. Or you were kind of sad that they were eliminated, like 10 or especially 6, and you felt Vegeta's anguish when it happened. And so yeah, it was good, but the Universe 2, I did not give a crap about them. And let's go to Universe 6. Now, Kaba has been relegated to the wayside. He's not even a sidekick, which sucks. I like his elimination in the anime is pretty bad. He gets bitched out to Frieza, and then he's eliminated. Whereas in the manga, it's a lot better of elimination, where he's trying to save Kale from the Universe 11, and using those Potara earrings. In how they do it in the manga, I think is better than what they do in the anime. And his elimination comes there, and it feels like it's a better self-sacrifice. So we actually get to see him, grow a little bit. And not to mention him training Khalifa and Kale. The way he recruits them is better in the manga than it was in the anime, because that whole thing was just bad. It's not just because, it makes the Super Saiyan look weak. You did that with Trunks and Goten. It's not important. That's not. But the thing is that it should be about emotion. That's what Kaba's transformation is all about. He had to get angry. He had to, tap into that more primal part of himself, and that was cool. Whereas when they did it with Khalifa and Kale, it was just a tingling in your back. It's like, oh no, that's the problem I had with it. And I think anyone had a problem with that, I totally agree with you. But if you think that, you're making the Super Saiyan, not mean anything, that ship sailed. That ship was gone. So yeah. But as far as these two new Saiyans, Khalifa and Kale, I like Khalifa. I thought she had a cool personality, both in the manga and the anime. She was kind of a rough gang leader with an attitude that was kind of cool, and I would like to see more of her in the future. But I hated Kale in the anime. I hated Kale so much because they try to make her like this female version of Broly from the original Broly trilogy. And if you hated Broly's motivation for hating Kakarot in the movies, don't worry. Kale's reason for hating Goku is just as stupid. You wanna know what it is? It's an extreme version of "Notice Me, Senpai." It's like, oh god. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And they tried to, do more with her, and it was like too little, too late. I hate this character. Khalifa's better. I want to see more of her, but I don't want to see Kale all that much. Just it was pretty bad. Yeah. But as far as the ending goes, like, this is one of the things I don't really like about Dragon Ball Super is the designs on the Super Saiyan God, Ascended Super Saiyan God. They're pretty lazy. And they're lazy designs, and when Goku uses the Ultra Instinct for the first time, or at least an incomplete form of it, it's pretty cool aura, but it's just like, his hair is like a little spiked up and he has silver eyes. I was like, wow, what a design. It's, again, lazy design. And then when it seemed like Vegeta was trying to get the Ultra Instinct as well, it seemed like, okay, Goku has the defensive half of it, where when he fights Kefla, it's like, people were speculating that maybe Vegeta will get the attack half, and the two of them have to work together and take on Jiren in the end. I thought that was a great idea, but apparently Toei didn't, because they give Vegeta a power-up, and it's a darker blue version of Ascended Super Saiyan God. Whoopee. Again, another lazy design. Didn't like it. Didn't like the design. And it felt unearned in a sense. He's breaking his limits, but then, yeah, it's about as powerful as Goku Ascended Super Saiyan God with the Kaioken times 20 on the top of it. So it wasn't all that great. And then when Goku actually, let me back a little bit. The ending fights, or the towards the end, the fight with Goku versus Jiren. Now, I did like both fights for different reasons. I like the action, the intensity in the anime, because you have all that time. They're moving and not just static like in the manga. But I did like the fact in the manga, Goku is a lot more calm, and that's the whole point. Like, you're at peace. Like, you're not really concerned with everything else. It's just your body's moving on its own with no thoughts whatsoever. And in the anime, he's still yelling, he's still talking a lot, and he still has a lot of that same personality. Whereas in the manga, it seems like he's very much, cut away from his feelings in a sense. And so, yeah, that element, it's a toss-up, but I did like the fight between the two of them, and I like that even with this Ultra Instinct, he won and lost his fight with Jiren, if you know what I mean. But the final fight, the tag teaming against Jiren, I actually like it more in the manga, because it's Vegeta and Goku teaming up towards the end, and Vegeta's the one say, "Hey, we need to team up and take him on." And then it's like, wow, you didn't think these two would ever work together like this. And it's kind of cool to see that. And they actually put Jiren on the ropes. And then the way that they eliminate Jiren, I prefer the manga version, because it seems a lot more in tune with their character. Whereas in the anime, it seems like, why are these two characters working together so well when they actually hate each other? It's like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, if you know what if you saw, you know what I'm talking about. And don't worry, I'll put in the description, there's going to be spoilers for this part. But if I'm doing a review, of course there's going to be spoilers. But especially this many months after it's ended in Japan. But I think, all in all, final verdict on Super is, it's good, but you gotta get through a lot of crap before you can get to the good stuff. Like, especially the anime, you gotta get through like 30 episodes of just crap before you get to something good. And even that stuff in the Universe 6 tournament is okay, but it doesn't actually start getting really good until the Zamasu Black arc. So, and then the Tournament of Power is good, but it does leave you wanting more. And I think with this new Super movie with Broly, I think if it does well in the box office and there's a clamoring for a new series, I think we will get one. So this is what I would like to see. I would like to see a story when they go to Planet Sadala in Universe 6. They've teased this a few times towards the end of the Universe 6 tournament, and even the Tournament of Power, Vegeta wanting to go to Planet Sadala in Universe 6. So my thought is, I'm just going to say this is how I want to start. I want to start where Kakarot and Vegeta are training at Capsule Corp, and then Vados in the cube shows up with Champa and Kaba. And Kaba he's asked Vados to help him, relay this message. And the message is from the King of Sadala, saying he hereby requests the presence of King Vegeta. I like for them to actually call Vegeta King Vegeta. King Vegeta of the Universe 7 Saiyans and his subjects. I would like to see that, because it would be like maybe Goku or Kakarot and everybody else saying, "Wait, we're not your subjects. We're not you may call yourself the prince, but we're not your subjects." And that whole thing. And I'd like to see the Vegeta royal family to come and visit the planet Sadala in Universe 6. So it's Vegeta, Bulma, because Queen, so that's his queen, his Prince Trunks and Princess Bulla, along with Kakarot, Son Gohan, Son Goten, and maybe Chi-Chi, Fidel, because they are married to the Saiyans as well, and Pan, and so you have 10 people there. And the 10 of them get in the cube, and then go off into planet Sadala. You can have a little picnic where they talk about what Sadala can be like, and then you can have a whole thing where maybe Bulma is like feeling really full of herself because she's being called Queen Bulma on planet Sadala because she is married to the man they think is the king of the Saiyans. I like that sort of stuff. It would be a nice little comedy thing. Not to mention, you might actually get a chance to have some character growth and some story elements with Trunks and Goten, because Goten got absolutely nothing and in the entirety of Dragon Ball Super. And it would nice to see Gohan as well have some more, maybe he doesn't go Super Saiyan anymore, maybe he's found a new power, a different kind of Super Saiyan. I'd like to see that. He hasn't had a new transformation almost 20 years, so, or at least 15. So those are my ideas. I've been spitballing for a while, and so that's just the start. I don't know what else they could do with the story. I would like to see them finally get to Sadala. So that's like my elevator pitch for the beginning of a Planet Sadala arc. I would like to see that. I'd like to see them interact with Cabba and Khalifa, maybe a little bit of Kale, and Khalifa and Cabba need more development, definitely, especially Cabba. And I'd like to see Vegeta have some interactions with the king of Planet Sadala. I know that part was kind of all over the place, kind of like this review in general, but what do you think? What did you like Dragon Ball Super? What do you want to see in the future? One thing I think they need to do is add some blood, because the blood was sorely lacking in several moments where it seemed like they should have been spitting blood instead of spit. That's just me. Do you think there should be blood in the next installment of Dragon Ball Super? Let me know what you think. I have a couple more videos coming up for the rest of the week, and it's starting to look a lot like Christmas. Take care. Bye.